Kris Rodarte, Mohave County taxpayer. On November 20, 2023, in a display of unparalleled cowardice, this board turned its back on the will of the people, caved at the feet of Kris Mays, and voted against hand tabulation of ballots in the 2024 election. What I saw that day was pure kabuki theater. In my view, this was an orchestrated, well-rehearsed public charade. The back and forth discussion, hemming and hawing over legal technicalities, Sonny Borelli chiming in, the heaping of continual praise upon the elections director, finger wagging at the concept of spending a few shekels to ensure free and fair elections, all histrionics designed to gaslight and deceive. But you, Mr. Lingenfelter, do not deserve all the blame. There's plenty to go around. Ms. Angus and Mr. Gould, while you voted yes, in my opinion, you both knew what the outcome would be, chomping at the bit to celebrate your heroism and pumped up virtue. All of you should resign. But at least you're not going to jail. You saved your bacon at the expense of we the people. But there has to be more to it. 2 of you no voters on this board are running for re-election. Doesn't that heave support towards your opponents? Why then would you vote the way you did? Are you against hand counts because you intend to cheat? But to those of you seated piously upon your elevated thrones of authority, I pray God's mercy on your souls.
Supervisor Angius.
Thank you very much. Since my name was brought up, I do have a response, and it's to Kris Rodarte. By stating that the Board of Supervisors knew the outcome of the vote about the hand count, you accused us of violating the open meeting law. That is a serious accusation, and if you truly believe that, then you should file a formal complaint with the Attorney General. Many years ago, I implied unintentionally that a Board of Supervisors budget decision was predetermined, and at the next meeting, Supervisor Johnson asked for an open meeting law complaint on this very board because I accused my board of violating the open meeting law. He was correct, and I apologized personally to the board and publicly because I said it on the radio show, and I apologized on the radio show.
All right, so what she just did was she actually compared a citizen to a supervisor's position, and what she's done is she actually accused a citizen, a taxpayer, of making an assumption when the taxpayer clearly said that it is of her opinion.
In my opinion.
So once again, Hildy Angius makes herself look like a complete fool.
I'm never the smartest person in the room.
Because what she's doing is she is leading the audience to believe that they actually heard something they did not hear, because it was clear Kris Rodarte was offering an opinion.
In my opinion.
So let's just go ahead and listen to what she has to say about that again.
You accused us of violating the open meeting law because I accused my board of violating the open meeting law. He was correct, and I apologized personally to the board and publicly because I said it on the radio show, and I apologized on the radio show. I don't remember what it was, but you came on my radio show. I have a radio show.
So what Hildy Angius is actually suggesting that Kris Rodarte do is apologize, when in fact, Kris Rodarte does not have to apologize for having an opinion. Hildy Angius has got a lot of nerve even suggesting that a tax-paying citizen who is actually paying for Hildy Angius to sit in her seat should apologize to her. Okay, so if Hildy Angius is going around accusing people, accusing her fellow board members of wrongdoing, that's her business. But if a citizen who is paying Hildy's way in life wants to voice her opinion about Hildy Angius or anybody else, that is her right to do so. That is our right to do so. We, the people, have a right to criticize crooked politicians like Hildy Angius.
You accused us of violating the open meeting law. It's a very, very serious accusation.
So again, for the third time, Kris Rodarte never made any kind of an accusation. She offered her opinion. But because Hildy Angius is a drama queen and she displays her theatrics at every one of these meetings, she thought that she would play on the assumption that Kris Rodarte was offering an accusation. Are American citizens not allowed to offer opinion based on what they are hearing from crooked politicians like Hildy Angius?
It's a very, very serious accusation. So if you truly believe that we had that predetermined outcome,
please.
Woe to those who decree unrighteous decrees, who write misfortune, which they have prescribed, to rob the needy of justice and to take what is right from the poor of my people. Isaiah 10:1 and 2.
You really got to pay attention to people like Hildy Angius, because mostly everything that comes out of her mouth is a fallacy. And what she just did was she played the audience, because that's what she does.
and I'm not going to stand here and say I haven't done it.